He's the master. He has the highest number of multi-baggers, or rather 100 baggers, that anyone in the capital market knows of.
He's right. I've had an ability to pick a lot of great stocks, Infosys and McDowell's and eServe and a lot of stocks that even I've lost track of some of the good stocks. But I asked myself this question: why am I not a billionaire and my friends are a billionaire? Okay, it's a very pertinent question. I don't want any sympathy because I'm fine. I live a comfortable life. I go where I want. I take care of my health. I have no issue about that. And I think the difference came down to the size of the bet. You know, as I've told many times in the past, we are working with the same raw material, and using the raw material, my friends became billionaires, and I have not reached that stage. And why is that? I asked myself this question, and it's not out of self-sympathy that I'm asking myself. I'm asking myself to understand. The difference was that when these guys, my richer friends, are fearless, you know, if they believe in something, they'll put the money on the table and do it, and that's a very important quality that an investor needs. And perhaps I'm more of a middle-class background. I'm more risk-averse. You know, I want to protect what I have rather than go shoot the daylight out of it. I don't know. They're all excuses, you know. But at the end of the day, everyone in the markets, who is in the markets, you want to be the guy who wins the Olympic gold medal. You want to be the guy who wins the Oscar nomination. And you do that by the amount of zeros in your bank balance, as simple as that. So it has been a regret of my life, only because you have an ego and you want to be the best. And then you realize that you fell short. But I think I'm beginning to understand what went wrong. That while you had as good multi-baggers as Utpal points out as the next guy, so I don't feel, you know, maybe Rakeshji at Titan and I had, you know, ITC or whatever. We all picked our own stocks, and we all pick our own stocks, which is great about value investing. We all pick our own stocks out there. But in order to become the best of the best, you do need to take that bigger size of the bet, you know. And Munger puts it best. He says you have 3-4 stocks, you don't need more. And I'll give you an example which might illustrate his point. He said that he had some $10 million or so sitting in the bank for like 10 years before he bought anything. And then one day he read a story in Barron's magazine, and he said, oh, this is the stock I want to buy in. And he put all $10 million into that stock. That, he said, was a no-brainer I've ever seen. After 10 years of reading, he found one no-brainer. That became $50 million. He sold that, and he gave it to Lilu, who is now a fund manager. And Lilu made the money 20 times. So he said, make $10 million into $1 billion just on those two investments out there. So it takes courage. I mean, you know, I wish I had that kind of courage.